I get his guidance, and I can feel that that guidance is there in whatever work I do. And there's also not just a guidance, also taking me on the right direction. That's something which I have observed very, very. I mean, I can experience is what I can say.
100%. Lord takes care of the
Krishna
devotees in this.
Prabhuji,
Mataji.
Hare Krishna to all the members.
Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna, Mataji.
Pranam Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna to everyone.
Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna.
Thank you.
Okay, we'll start today's discussion with the prayers. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskrityam Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jaya Mudirayat Nashtaprayeshu Abhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavate Uttamasloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naistaki Mukam karoti vachalam pangum langhayate girim yatkripatamaham vande Sri Guru Vaidhatarinam Paramanandamadavam Chaitanyameshwaram Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurum Militamena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharini Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pashyatya Desatarini Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna devotees, thank you for joining Bhagavatam discussion today. So we'll continue reading. Can somebody read the sloka? Anybody is allocated? If not allocated, anybody can read. Please go ahead. Hare Krishna, please go ahead.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Yes, Mataji, go ahead.
Prabhuji, 2 minutes, 1 minute.
Bhute mahadvirye imam puro vibhur nirmaya sete yad amshu purushaha bhukte gunan shodashatmakaha so alakrishtaha bhagavan vachamsi me.
Yeah.
Translation, somebody can do.
Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Translation. May the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who enlivens the materially created bodies of the elements by lying down within the universe, and who in his Purusha incarnation causes the living being to be subjected to the 16 divisions of material modes, which are his generator, be pleased to decorate my statements. Purport. As a fully dependent devotee, Sukdev Goswami, unlike a mundane man who is proud of his own capability, invokes the pleasure of the personality of Godhead so that his statements may be successful and be appreciated by the hearers. The devotee always thinks of himself as instrumental for anything successfully carried out, and he declines to take credit for anything done by himself. The godless atheistic wants to take all credit for activities, not knowing that even a blade of grass cannot move without the sanction of the Supreme Spirit, the personality of Godhead. Sukdev Goswami therefore wants to move by the direction of the Supreme Lord, who inspired Brahma to speak the Vedic wisdom. The truths described in the Vedic literatures are not theories of mundane imagination, nor are they fictitious as the less intelligent class of men sometimes think. The Vedic truths are all perfect descriptions of the factual truth without any mistake or illusion. And Sukhdev Goswami wants to present the truths of creation not as a metaphysical theory or philosophical speculation, but as the actual facts and figures of the subject, since he would be dictated to by the Lord exactly in the same manner as Brahmaji was inspired. As stated in the Bhagavad Gita 15.15, the Lord is himself the father of the Vedant knowledge, and it is he only who knows the factual purport of the Vedant philosophy. So there is no greater truth than the principles of religion mentioned in the Vedas. Such Vedic knowledge or religion is disseminated by the authorities like Sukadev Goswami because he is humble, devotional servitor of the Lord who has no desire to become a self-appointed interpreter without authority. That is the way of explaining the Vedic knowledge, technically known as parampara system or descending process. The intelligent man can see without mistake that any material creation, whether one's own body or a fruit or flower, cannot beautifully grow up without the spiritual touch. The greatest intelligent man of the world or the greatest man of science can present everything very beautifully only in so far as the spirit life is there and in so much as the spiritual touch is there. Therefore, the source of all truth is the Supreme Spirit and not gross matter as wrongly conceived by the gross materialistic. We get information from the Vedic literature that the Lord Himself first entered the vacuum of the material universe and thus all things gradually develop one after another. Similarly, the Lord is situated as localized Paramatma in every individual being, hence, everything is done by Him very beautifully. The 16 principal creative elements, namely earth, water, fire, sky, and 11 sense organs, first developed from the Lord Himself and were thereby shared by the living entities. Thus, the material elements were created for the enjoyment of the living entities. The beautifully arrangement behind all the material manifestation is therefore made possible by the energies of the Lord, and the individual living entity can only pray to the Lord to understand it properly. Since the Lord is the supreme entity, different from Sukdev Goswami, the prayer can be offered to him. The Lord helps the living entity to enjoy material creation, but he is aloof from such false enjoyment. Sukdeva prays for the mercy of the Lord and not only for being helped personally in presenting the truth, but also for helping others to whom he would like to speak. Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. Yeah. Sukdev Goswami further offering his prayers here. He says, may the Supreme Personality Godhead, who enlivens the materially created bodies of the elements by lying down within the universe. So now, as we know from Mahavishnu, when each four Brahmanda comes, the who is lying down? Garbhodakaya Vishnu. So Garbhodakaya Vishnu lying down on that, and from whom this Purusha incarnation causes living beings to be subject to 16 division. Then the further creation happens from there, and he goes into each and every Jivatma as Paramatma. The 16 division is called Jnanendriya, Karmendriya, and the mind plus the Panchabhutas, earth, water, air, ether. So like that 16 elements is talking about here. The Supreme Personality Godhead enlivens materially created bodies. So it is material, but it is Supreme Lord who is enlivened. So the point is that unless the spirituality is there, that materiality has no value. For example, when this body, when till the soul is there, its body has a value. As soon as the soul leaves this body has no value. Just throw it or burn it, because nobody want to, sit near to the body because there's no soul. I know, and as soon as the Atma leaves the body, they say, remove the body. They didn't even call the person. The person name is their body, because it's no more, spirituality is not there. Similarly, in this material world, unless Krishna consciousness is not there, this is kind of a dead body. Prabhupada says that, there's so many things we are doing. It's like a decorating dead body, which has no spirit. So we should not get into the decoration dead body. We should get spirit. Spirit is Krishna consciousness. So Prabhupada starts saying that as a fully dependent devotee, Sukadeva Goswami, like unlike mundane man, because in the today society, there's so many people, they want to speak, they do big katha. For what? For their sense enjoyment or money or name, fame, etc. But Sukadeva Goswami is not like that. Sukadeva Goswami is fully dependent on Krishna, 100% surrender. So his statements may be successful and be appreciated by the hearers because he offers prayers. Like that, when we also speak, the first we do Mangalacharan. We offer prayers to Guru, we praise to the Guru Parampara and Gauranga Mahaprabhu, then Krishna. With that prayer only we speak, because whatever we speak, it is not mine. I have no intelligence. I have no capabilities. It's only because of my Guru and Prabhupada and senior Vaishnava's mercy I am able to speak. It's because of them. So I should offer my humble pranams and prayers to them. So similarly, Sukadeva Goswami is such an exalted person. He is offering prayers to Krishna. So it's fully dependent. So when we talk about dependent or surrender, we should understand why should we surrender. I think earlier also we discussed. So fully depending on Krishna is the real independent. I think maybe we discussed earlier also. That's the point I should keep in my mind. Fully depending on Krishna is my real independent. Actually, in material world, depending on somebody is not independence. It's a prison. Whereas in spiritual world, depending on Krishna is a freedom. It's a full independent. Because there we get everything. We don't have to do anything. Because just now, devotees were discussing how Krishna helps. Prabhupada, same points brings out. Krishna helps in the material world or spiritual. Everywhere Krishna helps. As soon as we keep one step towards Krishna, Krishna keeps 100 steps towards us. He makes all the arrangements. He arranges devotees, he arranges opportunities, he does everything. I mean, everybody, all of us can experience it. All of us have gone through it. That's why Krishna consciousness is so, soothing and so simple. All that requires that little desire. Bhaktivinoda Thakur says that the really price you have to pay is your Shraddha. That's all. With the holy name, and Krishna's name is Namahatta. It's a marketplace of holy name. It's freely available. Only thing is, I need to have little Shraddha, little faith. Yes, Krishna, I want to do something for you. If they have that Shraddha, Krishna makes everything available. Prabhupada says that Vedic truths are all perfect description of the factual truths without any mistakes. It's aphorism. It's apaursha. So Krishna, whatever is apaursha, is not spoken by individual. It is spoken by Krishna. Prabhupada himself, he wrote so many books. We cannot even imagine that 12 years Prabhupada wrote the Bhagavatam, Chaitanya Charitamrita, Krishna book, and so many other books. Is practically impossible for any individual to forget writing, even reading. We read one Bhagavad Gita, take so many years. Bhagavatam, you can't, we take years together. Whereas Prabhupada read it, understood, word by word meaning, translation, purport, and there is no mistake. 100% perfect words, perfect place. So Prabhupada sometimes used to read his own books. Some of the disciples used to ask, why Prabhupada you reading? He said, no, I never read. Krishna dictated. I wrote. So that is how Krishna empowers his pure devotees. So Vedic truths are, there's no mistake, 100% true. That we need to understand. That's why we should have full faith on Shastra, Guru Sadhu Shastra. This is where our foundation of spirituality starts. If you have 100% faith, yes, my Guru and Sadhu and Shastra, will have no problem at all. Prabhupada, quoting from 1515, says, Lord himself, the father of Vedanta, because Vedanta means the Anta, the end of Veda, the ultimate truth of Veda is to understand Krishna. Why are we reading scriptures? Why are we reading Bhagavatam? Why are we reading Bhagavad Gita? Why are we reading Vedas? Just to understand who is Krishna and how to glorify, how to chant his name. The ultimate is chant his name. That is the top the objective. But unless I understand, unless I appreciate, I may not do it. That's why reading scripture is required. Understand, Krishna is the Supreme Lord. He is Parama Purushottama Bhagavanta. Glorifying him, chanting his holy name is the only my job. And I am so thankful to Krishna and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Guru Parampara for giving me the holy name. I should be so thankful because that is what the real crux of my success in life. Bharata Bhumite Hoile Janma, Kar Sartaka, Kar Paropakara, Yare Deko Tare Kaho Krishna Upadesha. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, you are born in Bharata Bhumi, which is so potent. Bharata Bhumi, not just India, the nearby countries are separate, but we are so potent, this land where Krishna's all pastime happened in. We are so fortunate. And we got this Manusha Janma, Kar Sartaka, make your life successful. Yeah, how? Kar Paropakara. What is Paropakara? Give Yare Deko Tare Kaho Krishna Upadesha. Whomever see, whomever meet, give Krishna Upadesha. Give the holy name. Give Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita. This is what required. If you do that, here Prabhupada says that Sukadeva Goswami is such a simple, humble. He is so devoted to service of the Lord. He has no desire to become self-appointed and interpreter without authority. But such a simple, humble. But see, when he came to bank of Ganga, all the great sages were there. His father Vyasadeva was there. Brahmaji was there. Narada was there. So many sages were there. They all stood up and make him to sit on the Vyasasana. So the glorification or the power comes without asking, but we are not aspiring for it. We should not be carried away with that. All that comes to, the glories or the power or anything comes that we just offer to our Guru. As soon as I take something, my head, the fall down will start. So that's why Prabhupada is saying, Sukadeva Goswami is such an humble. He is not bothered. He was not even wearing any dress. He was naked like a madman because least bothered about any material. Prabhupada talks about his material life. So we need to understand we are in the material world. We need to have the material life, but we should not be materialistic. That's the difference, right? Because we are in the material world. We have to do our karma, we have to do our work. This is all material. But we should not be materialistic. We should not use it for my own sense gratification. That material things, we use it for Krishna and become spiritual life. Prabhupada says that the two people working in the factory, a devotee and ordinary person, both are working. The difference is that the devotee works and he always thinking, how can I serve Krishna? Whatever result I get, let me offer to Krishna. Whereas other person thinking that, okay, if I get some money, how will I enjoy? That's the difference. So both will work. Devotees, Prabhupada says, my disciples should be extra productive in the workplace. Just because devotee cannot be lazy. We should be extra productive. Means we should work hard, whatever salary we get. But at the same time, don't do ugra karma. We got 8 hours. Okay, 8 hours, give dedicated time, dedicated work. That's enough. But beyond that, no. That's how we should, because that's what your commitment to the company. That you give 100%. There, don't be lazy. Prabhupada says that, therefore, the source of all truth is the Supreme Spirit, not the gross matter. So, the truth is understood and truth has to be used. properly and propagated properly. And the 16 principles talking about earth, water, fire, ether, and sky, and the senses and sense objects, including mind, that talks about 16 elements talking about. And Prabhupada finally says, the Lord helps the living entity to enjoy material creation. That's the most important. Lord helps enjoy. And once you have a desire that, yes, enough is enough, then Lord makes a process or, situation so that I can renounce everything, I can detach myself, and I can go ahead. So everything is in my attitude. So the most important thing is that my attitude. My attitude is to serve Krishna. My attitude is to enjoy myself. This is where the whole difference of my life starts. Hare Krishna. You can read next book. Somebody can read, please.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Canto 2, Chapter 4, Text 24. Namastasmai Bhagavate Vasudevaya Vedasi Papuhu Jnanam Ayam Saumya Yat Mukha Amburuha Asa Ashamam. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. I offer my respectful obeisances unto Srila Vyasadeva, the incarnation of Vasudeva, who compiled the Vedic scriptures. The pure devotees drink up the nectarian transcendental knowledge dropping from the lotus-like mouth of the Lord. Purport. In pursuance of the specific utterance Veda say, are the compiler of the system of transcendental knowledge, Srila Sridhara Swami, has commented that the respectful obeisances are offered to Srila Vyasadeva, who is the incarnation of Vasudeva. Srila Jiva Goswami has agreed to this, but Srila Vishwanatha Chakravarti Thakura has made a further advance, namely that the nectar from the mouth of Lord Krishna is transferred to his different consorts, and thus they learn the finer arts of music, dance, dressing, decorations, and all such things which are relished by the Lord. Such music, dance, and decorations enjoyed by the Lord are certainly not anything mundane, because the Lord is addressed in the very beginning as Para or transcendental. This transcendental knowledge is unknown to the forgotten conditioned souls. Srila Vyasadeva, who is the incarnation of the Lord, thus compiled the Vedic literatures to revive the last memory of the conditioned souls about their eternal relations with the Lord. One should therefore try to understand the Vedic scriptures or the nectar transferred by the Lord to his consorts in the conjugal humor from the lotus-like mouth of Vyasadeva or Sukadeva. By gradual development of transcendental knowledge, one can rise to the stage of the transcendental arts of music and dance displayed by the Lord in his Rasalila. But without having the Vedic knowledge, one can hardly understand the transcendental nature of the Lord's rasa, dance, and music. The pure devotees of the Lord, however, can equally relish the nectar in the form of profound philosophical discourses and in the form of kissing by the Lord in the rasa dance, as there is no mundane distinction between the two. Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Jai. Now, Sukadeva Goswami is offering his prayers to Vyasadeva, his guru and father. So, this is also a kind of etiquette. The first, we offer prayers to Guru, because without Guru, we cannot even reach Krishna. So, here Sukadeva Goswami offers prayers to Vyasadeva, who is not an ordinary person, who is incarnation, literary incarnation, who is Sahitya avatar. Because of him, the Vedas has come. So he is incarnation Vasudeva, and who compiled the scriptures. We all know that the four Vedas, Upanishads, Puranas, and Itihasas, all compiled by him. And it says that the pure devotees drink the nectarian transcendental knowledge. Pibata Bhagavata Rasamalayam. This Bhagavatam is like Rasamalayam. Pibata. Pibata means we have to drink. Not drink by the mouth, drink by the ears. The holy name, the Bhagavatam Katha, we should drink to the ears. Pibata Bhagavata Rasa Malayam. Because it is the Vyasadeva written all the Vedas, Upanishads, Puranas, Itihasa. After that, it's his maturity, the spiritual maturity. When he was not very contented, he approached Narada Muni. Narada Muni instructed him, please write Bhagavatam, glorify Supreme Lord. That is the scriptures, Bhagavatam. That Bhagavatam is a perfect scripture, which has got essence of everything. It's like we have a mango. Mango is full of juice and there's no skin, there is no seed. We just have to put in the mouth. That's the Bhagavatam, because all the essence of all the Vedas, Upanishads, Puranas, everything is put inside. Vyasadeva has given everything in that. Simply the knowledge dropping from the lotus-like mouth of the Lord. So he has just extracted that knowledge from the lotus-like mouth of Supreme Lord and given to us in the form of Bhagavatam. So Prabhupada says that here Vyasadeva is a compiler of the system of transcendental knowledge. Sridhar Swami has commented that respectful obeisances are offered to Srila Vyasadeva, who is incarnation of Vyasadeva. Jiva Goswami also agrees, and Chakravarti Thakura says that the nectar from the mouth of Krishna, Lord Krishna is transferred in different consorts. Yeah, explains how that knowledge has come to Srimati Radharani. Radharani to Astasaki, Astasaki is below, and Gopis comes down, and then Acharyas. That's the parampara system it comes. So we cannot go directly Krishna. The whole parampara is that. We offer to Guru, Guru offers to his Guru, and then Prabhupada, Prabhupada his Guru, and then goes to Manjaris, Manjaris to Gopis, then Astasakis, Astasakis to Radharani, Radharani offers to Krishna. So that's how even other art and craft, Prabhupada talking about music, dance, everything comes from the same. And the same way we offer back to Krishna. So Vyasadeva, who is incarnation of the Lord, thus compiled Vedic literature, revived the lost memory of the conditioned soul. So we were all part of Krishna. But over a period of time, we lost our connection. To revive, see the word Prabhupada uses. So revive means connection is there. You're just revive. So all are devotees. So we cannot say that so-and-so not devotee. I mean, that's a point I should always keep in mind. I cannot say that I'm devotee, others are not devotee. No. Actually, my concept should be that I'm not devotee, others are devotees. Because everywhere the devotion is there. Because Atma Paramatma is there. Only sometime due to some reasons the connection is lost. Revive that connection, eternal relationship with the Lord. That's where little preaching, little ignition helps to revive that connection. And immediately they come back. And for that, Prabhupada says, gradual development, transfer knowledge. It's not that overnight one become sahajiyas or one become great devotees. No, some can become, not that saying, but it's always gradual process required. Gradual means at the same time, we should not wait for the, okay, gradual, I will do after 60 years, 70 years. No. Gradual means daily progress has to happen. Daily, every second, every day, my progress has to happen. But at the same time, I cannot say that, tomorrow I'll become a pure devotee. I mean, that's not our intention also. Our intention is to just to serve Krishna. Our intention is to not become pure devotee. Our intention is to simply serve Krishna without any offenses. But to serve without offense, I should become pure. That's the intention. I want to become, that's not intention. I want to serve Krishna without any offenses. I want to serve Krishna without any contamination. That is my intention. For that, whatever I will do, I'll do. That is what I should. So Prabhupada says that without that, hardly one can understand the transcendental knowledge of nature of Lord's rasa dance. This is the most misunderstood part of Bhagavatam. Generally, people, as soon as they talk about Bhagavatam, they talk about rasa dance. Krishna's rasa dance, they talk about that. That's the most misunderstood and not understood. Because one cannot understand Krishna and Srimati Radharani and Gopi's relationship in this material world without proper understanding the proper parampara and proper guru. That's why Prabhupada says, don't even go to 10th canto, especially that 5 chapters, 29 to 34. Don't even read those because you will not understand. We'll always connect that with our material relationship. No, Krishna and Gopis, pure devotees relationship beyond our imagination. That's why unless proper guidance there, proper spiritual master is there, let's not bother. That's why Prabhupada says Krishna book, read Krishna book enough. And anyway, we have Canto 1 to Canto 9. Lot of things to read, lot of things to understand, lot of things to realize it. Let's do that. Then we'll get into rasa dance. Okay, by the time when the Krishna calls, we'll be ready. With this, I'll stop here. Devotees can share their comments or questions with them. Hare Krishna. Prabhu. You want to start? Yes, Sumit Prabhu, say anything. Sorry. Kanchana Mataji, you want to say? Please go ahead.
Yeah. We understand that all the material creations that happen by Lord is His grace only. He makes it done for us and makes it enjoy, and then realize that everything is His grace only that has done it. Everything, whatever has happened, has spiritual touch. All the 16 elements that is created by God in the universe, all the sense organs and all that Panchabhutas, earth, water, fire, air, sky, and other 11 sense organs and the mind. Everything is His forms only. And without spiritual touch, even that cannot function. And then, second, now you told about Ras Leela. Gopis and Gopis, they did not know anything, Vedas, nothing. They had unconditional love for Krishna. Because of that love, they served him. Whatever action they did, they were full of Krishna consciousness. So they were able to see Krishna everywhere. So that made Krishna enact a play and then liberate them the way they want Krishna to be with them. That's all.
Thank you, Mataji.
Ram.
Sumit Prabhu, add anything? Please go ahead.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Krishna.
Yeah, Prabhu, 1 second. Going to the first verse. Yeah. So in the first verse, 1 second, Prabhuji. Sorry, some disturbances there. So in the first verse, actually, Shukdev Goswami Prabhupada highlights that he's the ideal speaker of Bhagavatam because he has complete dependence on the Lord. So unlike a conditioned soul, where conditioned soul are generally very proud of their intelligence, memory, and scholarship, and they think like I have done so many things, I have achieved so many things. But Shukdev Goswami, on the other hand, if you see, he never thinks himself the doer and consider himself only as instrument, and he invokes the pleasure of Lord, not his own ability. So that is the quality of a pure Vaishnava, the humility. So devotee never thinks like I have spoken nicely. He thinks if Krishna desires something good may come. And then the difference between the devotee and the atheist, like atheists generally claim full credit, believes matter works independently, and he thinks his intelligence and success are self-generated. The karmi mentality, and the devotee is he knows that even a blade of grass cannot move without Krishna, and attributes all the success to the sanction of the Lord. So that is actually the perfect knowledge, not some sentiment. And Shukdev Goswami invokes the Lord because for his words to be successful, his message to be effective for the hearer, and to be spoken as it is. So, like Brahma, he do not speculate. He waits for the direction from the Lord. And Prabhupada explains that Brahma was not educated in any university. He received knowledge directly from the Supreme Lord. So he don't have to go to some university to take a degree course. But the Lord instructed him to do the tapa, and then he got the knowledge. And Vedic knowledge is not imagination. So a lot of people think that Vedas are just mythology. This term mythology has been associated with the like our scriptures and our history uh, by the foreigners. So Vedas are not mythology. Creation accounts are symbolic or poetic. Sometimes they think like whatever stories are given for the creation, they are just some symbolic or some people say like that. These are just symbolic stories. They don't mean really that actually it has happened exactly. So uh, they think like these are just speculative theories. But Prabhupada said that Vedic knowledge is aporosya, that is not man-made. So it is free from the four defects of human as mistake, illusion, cheating, and imperfection. And Shukdev Goswami present creation not as a philosophy but as a fact and figures that is revealed by the Lord. And Krishna is the author of the Vedanta, as it is said in 15.15. Like he's the compiler of the Vedas, he's knower of the Vedas, and he's the goal of the Vedanta also. So therefore, no one can interpret Veda independently. No one can manufacture the meaning of the Vedas. But only a devotee in parampara can explain what is the Vedic truth. And parampara versus self-appointed interpreters. So we now see that anybody is coming and just uh, giving some lectures in the YouTube and other platforms. So Shukdev Goswami never become a self-appointed authority. He never interprets according to personal opinion or speaks what is received. He speaks only what is received through the disciplic succession. That is the descending process, Avroha Pantha. So Srila Prabhupada emphasized that knowledge must come from authority, otherwise it is useless. Otherwise it is just mental concoction. So then spirit is the basis of all the beauty and intelligence. So Prabhupada gives a very practical realization, like a body, flower, or a fruit. It is beautiful only when spirit is present. Once the spirit leaves, then everything becomes useless. Even the greatest scientists can manipulate matter, but they cannot create life. So spirit is primary and matter is secondary. Supreme spirit is the ultimate source. And the Lord, how Lord enter into the creation. First the Lord enters the universe, then creation unfolds, elements develop, and then Lord enters every heart as Paramatma. And because of that, all actions are very beautifully arranged. Intelligence, creativity, growth, all those things come. And creation for the living entities experience. The 16 elements, in that there are 5 gross elements in 11 senses. They are created for the from the Lord for the condition Jiva's experience. But Lord himself remains aloof from all of this. He's not entangled and he simply sanctions and supervises. So that is his Achanta Shakti. And Shukdev Goswami prayers not only for himself but for the benefit of the all the audience. So that is pure compassion. A real preacher does not want credit, but he wants souls to be benefited. Yeah, Prabhu. That's all from my side for the first verse.
Sudhavadi Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Krishna.
So, unless spirituality is there, body is useless. And unless Krishna consciousness, the person is like a dead body. So, we have to have Krishna consciousness. Otherwise, this body is of no use because there will not be any spiritual growth. And many people are after name, fame, wealth. But we should learn from Sukadev Goswami because he's always on a meditative mode. He always thinks of Krishna, and he's not bothered about anything. And that is why he is able to reach. He was able to reach to that level, and it is only due to Srila Prabhupada and the devotees and Vaishnavas, due to their due to their preachings only we are able to get good knowledge and about Krishna.
And fully depending on Krishna is a freedom, that is being independent, unlike in material world. So if we keep one step towards Krishna, Krishna takes 1,000 steps. That is my personal experience also, Prabhuji. But only thing is we need to be honest and we need to have that faith in him, and um, we should completely surrender to Krishna, and definitely he will help us. And we need to have faith in him, and have Shraddha. um, and the ultimate truth of Veda is to understand Krishna, how to glorify Krishna, and how to do service to him and chanting his name. That is utmost important. And I should be thankful to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also, um, because of him, like we were able to read all this, and we are so fortunate that we are born in Bharat, because our Krishna walked on this land, and we are very fortunate. So for us to grow in spiritual path is more when compared to any other part in the world. So we all should be happy about it instead of running to foreign countries. We should stay on earth and do service to Krishna, and again spread his name far and beyond. And we are in the material world, but we should not be materialistic. And that you have given example also, like two people working in factory, one will be always thinking like how to earn money and how to build things and with that and all. But one person, he always will be thinking about Krishna, how to serve Krishna and all that. So we should only work for 8 hours, and rest we should the remaining hours, we what we get is 8 hours, and that we need to do in Krishna service. And Bhagavatam has got essence of everything, because it was this nectar is from the mouth of Krishna, he himself, and from Krishna to Miss Radharani, and Radharani to Gopikas and Acharyas, and that how it was spread to all of us. We are all part of Krishna, but over many years we lost the connection. Hence, we need to rewind that. And every second, every day is important, because we should not waste every second, every day. My spiritual progress should happen. That should always pop up in my mind, so that I can manage the time properly and use the time in Krishna, in chanting. And my intention is only to serve Krishna. And even nowadays, in Andhra Pradesh, one person called Mr. Vishwapati, for him, he is also like Krishna Bhakta. And uh, Krishna, he himself appeared and he took Vishwapati to Goloka. It seems, Prabhuji, he has no intention to, he's not, he doesn't just like lie. We can make out, right, like people who lie and who don't. But this person, elderly person only, Krishna took him to Goloka and Brindavan and all that. And he says that if you want to explain Brindavana, even 10,000 pages is not enough. That beautiful it would be, it seems. So he showed all the, like how they used to play, and all those. He was able, so fortunate, that person he is. I By reading those, by listening to those, I'll be very much inspired. Like very lucky these people are, even in this Kali Yuga also, they were able to see Krishna, talk to him and all that. So yes, there is a possibility if we have faith in him and shraddha to progress in the spiritual path, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Great. Thank you. Yes, sir. Swati Mataji, Saurabh Prabhu, go ahead, please.
Jai Prabhuji, Hare Krishna Pranam. Now, everything is covered by Sumit Prabhu and Sudha Mataji. Thank you so much for them. Which I have one little quick question. Is there any offense to read Ramcharitmanas for a Krishna devotee? I mean, being staying at Brahmachari in ISKCON, is there any offense to read Ramcharitmanas?
I mean, definitely reading about Ram is nothing wrong.
Ji.
But Prabhupada always said go to Valmiki Ramayana.
Okay, ji.
What Prabhupada said, because various reasons, authenticity and things like that. Valmiki Ramayana is good for us.
Ji. Okay, Prabhuji. ठीक है, Prabhuji. Thank you so much. Hare
Swati
Krishna.
Mataji.
Prabhuji,
Yeah, Vasudha
Pranam.
Mataji. Go ahead.
Very well explained by everyone, and it was nice to listen to Krishna consciousness through devotees like all of you. And then I would like to ask Sudha Mataji to share the link of that person who has gone to the Krishna has taken
Vishwapati.
him. Yeah.
Definitely, I'll do that, Vasagi Mataji.
Okay. Thank you much. Thank you,
Ah.
Prabhuji. Thank you, Sudha Mataji.
Thank
Veenu Mataji, please go ahead.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam. I think everyone has explained, but one thing that I want to take away today is we are in this material world and we should not be focusing on our own self gratification. We should pray the Lord and get His blessings and beautify the words of Lord Sri Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Mariyappan Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Dandavat Pranam. My sincere apologies because I came very late. Almost I have missed almost the class, but I could grasp something.
There is there on YouTube, Prabhuji. Live is there. You can hear anytime. Of course, request devotees, you can share this link to anyone. So it's live, YouTube is there. Whatever discussion there. Please daily. Maybe Kanchana Mataji, when you're putting the update, also put the YouTube link also. The devotees can take that.
Okay, sir.
Yes,
Sorry,
that is
Mariyappan,
very,
go ahead.
very enlightening, Prabhuji. That is. Vedic scriptures are enabled to understand the Supreme Lord, and having taken birth as a human being, practice devotional services sincerely and share Krishna consciousness to each and every human being who come across in our life. Difference between devotees and non-devotees. Devotees always plan how to utilize his earnings in Krishna consciousness and the service of Supreme Lord. Non-devotees will use for sense gratification, and the Vedic knowledge is pastime of Leelas performed by Supreme Lord, not speculative, and received from very higher authorities. And Srimad Bhagavatam is Nectar Rasa, perfect Vedic scripture, essence of all Vedas is drunk by years of pure devotees. Only through Guru Parampara, devotional messages can be transmitted between Lord and devotees. It is vice versa. Spiritual progress must happen on daily basis. I must perform flawless, offensiveless devotional services. And Rasalila is completely transcendental. Hence, I must not necessary to get into Canto 10 at this stage as a beginner in devotional services. That is repeatedly warned by our Acharya. And yes, Prabhuji, that's it. Hare Krishna.
Lakshmi Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Uh,
Depending Krishna is independence. We should have faith and Shraddha on Krishna, faith on Guru Sadhu Sastra. To understand Krishna, we should read scriptures written by Vedavyasa Rishi. He is the God incarnation. So we should read his scriptures. And to revive what we have forgotten, we are part and parcel of Lord Krishna. So to revive that, Vedavyasar has come and gave us all these scriptures. That's all, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna. We should always read the scriptures.
Rasha Mataji. And then the concluding words.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Knowing Krishna is the real independence. When I learn or when I know that Krishna is, what is Krishna and everything about Krishna, that's my real independence, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much. So thank you. So see you tomorrow, same time. will end here. Vancha kalpitarabhyasya kripa sindhudevaccha patitana pavanebhyo Ananta Koti Vaishnavrinda ki jai. Granthara Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Samanta Bhakta Vrinda ki jai. See you tomorrow. Hare Krishna.
Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna,
Dandavat
Swami.
Pranam.
Hare Ram.